If you're one of the lucky ones, well, technically unlucky, who came back from DEF CON and got one of these, I'm kind of jealous. The DEF CON Wi-Fi is probably some of the most secure Wi-Fi on the planet. I'm Allie Diamond. This is a big cybersecurity news roundup of what we missed while we were gone. On August 13th, Apple sent a wave of threat notifications to targeted iPhone users. Recipients of these notifications were informed that Apple had detected, quote, a mercenary spyware attack targeted at your phone. Direct words. If you didn't know, in 2021, Apple introduced their threat notification system as emails to the owner and as an iPhone banner pop-up. In their updated help article, Apple explains the scope of the service. The extreme cost, sophistication, and worldwide nature of mercenary spyware attacks make them some of the most advanced digital threats in existence today. We have sent Apple threat notifications multiple times a year, and to date, we have notified users in over 150 countries in total. The notification doesn't actually disclose what kind of spyware affected the recipients of the notification, just that there was something detected. But in that updated article, Apple specifically gives Pegasus from the NSO group as an example of mercenary spyware. These notification blasts do not occur on a rolling basis. Instead, I believe they occur in batches. Apple confirmed to news outlets that the notification push on August 13th was sent to users in over 110 countries. Now, to get it 100% clear, I'm not actually jealous. I do think it's funny this happened so close after DEF CON, which really makes you think. Ironically though, if you haven't seen over on my Instagram account, I had my debit card number stolen at the same time I was at DEF CON. No, I was not hacked, because you and I both know what a zero-click, zero-day attack on an iPhone is worth. But the timing was truly impeccable. So it's interesting to see the replies in my Instagram post I made about it, with many saying I should have used a VPN and not connected to the Wi-Fi without knowing what exactly a VPN does and how it's essentially useless in this scenario, as well as the fact that the DEF CON Wi-Fi is probably some of the most secure Wi-Fi on the planet. In late August 2025, we covered here on ThreatWire about a bill that was introduced by an Arizona-based congressman to allow the U.S. to issue letters of marque, and reprisal for offensive cybersecurity attacks. You may have seen many technical leaders who attended DEF CON talk about this. On August 12, 2026, the world finally saw exactly what that hackback would look like. In a presidential memoranda titled Expanding Capabilities to Combat Transnational Cyber-Enabled Crime, the National Coordination Center, which exists under the Homeland Security Task Force, was finally given the okay to take advantage of private U.S. companies for, quote, conducting cyber operations. The NCC has been given 60 days from introduction of this memoranda to set up a program that allows approved and authorized companies to do cyber surveillance operations and cyber effects operations. This essentially now means that companies in the program can take offensive surveillance as well as attack other countries' systems, networks, and infrastructures. Now, not everyone is an open target, though, when I say countries. These cyber operations, which we can likely interpret as offensive attacking, are to target transnational criminal organizations, or TCOs. Cyber-enabled transnational criminal organization, CETCO, means any foreign group that conducts cyber-enabled crime against the United States government, a United States person, or a United States interest, and that is not an institutional part of a foreign government or wholly operated under a foreign government's direction. This is not offensive against countries, kind of as I said earlier, but instead criminal organizations, which in this administration, who knows what that means. Another interesting that happened while we were away at Hacker Summer Camp, the wormies are back, the wormies are back. Another worm, the variant of our boy, Shai Hulud. Chaindrop was identified on August 4th, 2026, aka day one of DEF CON, by the team at Elastic Security Labs. It stemmed from the compromise of the Key V package on NPM, which had over 600 million downloads last month. It is self-propagating, and once on a developer's machine, it looks for credentials and other delicious snacks, as our wormy boys do. The payload included in the attack is a total of 711 kilobytes and contains strings of Dune-themed references beyond the normal hunt for credentials and propagation we've seen from other supply chain worm variants. This version also targeted configuration files of VS Code and Claude so that AI-assisted editors would also execute the attack code. Overall, it was able to propagate itself into 444 packages. Fabulous number. BSides news. There was a data breach at a Pokemon Center, specifically the Pokemon Centers in the UK and Germany, and I'm not kidding. This is a great headline, and I had to include it, and if you did not know, Gloom is my favorite Pokemon. Signal has introduced automatic key verification, a new form of user verification using a third-party public key ledger. Mozilla had to revoke and update its GPG key used to sign Firefox and Thunderbird artifacts because it was accidentally published to a private GitHub repo. Cursor, the coding tool, has finally been absorbed into SpaceX? SpaceXAI? I am curious to know, as a cybersecurity professional, will you continue to allow your dev teams to use Cursor given its new ownership? Thank you so much for watching ThreatWire for the week of August 17th, 2026. If you enjoyed this show, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share with your friends, and let us know in the comments your thoughts. If you came up to us during DEF CON, or me specifically, and said hi, thank you so much. I really needed that, and DEF CON is such a really special time in my life. Every year, it's the thing that I look forward to, and I'm already looking forward to next year's event. If you saw me participating in Feet Feud, thank you so much for coming out. Please, 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 if you have any thoughts about DEF CON or things for me to do that you would love to see. I didn't film any vlogs this year. I kept it very on the low key just because I had a lot of personal stuff happening at the time. But I really did have a great time, and if you came up and said hi to me, it really does make my day. So thank you so much for watching. If you want to find me online, you can find me everywhere at Ending with Allie. And remember, good luck, have fun, and don't get caught.